on a cloudy Tuesday morning. It's James, not Freebie. And I hope you guys enjoy the content I provide. If you do, the only thing I ask is that you maybe tell a friend, maybe, if you want to. Tell someone who might be interested in college football. I just want to grow the channel just to be able to maybe reach a couple more people and, just be able to see how else I could change this and see whether I could, reach more people, I guess. So this week we did not do too bad with our college football reviews. It was a pretty solid week of ball, as they say. We totaled 406 home points and 344 away points for an average of over plus 62 for the home side, which averages out to 4.43 points per game average at the home scored over the away side. And that's out of the 14 games we have. Unlike last week, I will be having a review, or not a review. Of course I'll be reviewing. I will be having a look into what I'm going to be looking into next week. I've really kind of gotten it down, and I think I'll be doing this from now on, 14 games. Unless, something happens, like week 0 with it being, or week 1 with it being, with it being 5-6 straight days of football. But of course I will be looking at that here in a minute. But let's get right into the football. As it is early, my son woke me up early, and I am in response doing what I should have done yesterday, but I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of research to do, and then I had to really sit there and consider my football slate for the future. And I also got some pretty exciting news in my own personal life, so there's a lot of good things happening. But we start week 4 of college football on Thursday, where Rice beat Charlotte 28-17 in the triple option slaughterfest. Usually whenever you see a triple option, you always think of a military academy for reasons of the restrictions on recruiting and weight and height and everything you have to do in order to be an athlete and still be inside of a military academy. Those restrictions kind of do, to an extent, restrict the hand of the coaches of what they can and can't do on the offense. Rice, on the other hand, they made it work regardless. It was a very, very entertaining thing to watch a team that was not a military academy absolutely just go into someone else's town and slaughter them. And I've been busy saying this since the game ended. If people want to start rolling back into a more compact or into a more physical type of running operation, at least in college football, the triple option really, really works. I mean, it really does take you having a good interior offensive line and a really good quarterback who understands how to read what the defense is going to give you, at least basically. But I ain't going to lie. It's very effective, and it's very cool to see. We're going to look over the stats for Charlotte. Grayson Loftus, 15 for 31, 186, and 1 touchdown. And Connor Harrell, who would be your second running quarterback, 8 of 13, 73 yards. And I'm going to put it out here. I don't care whether you're a low-tier FBS school, this is all you got. You don't got 2 quarterback, or you don't got 1 quarterback, you got 2. If you're rolling out 2 quarterbacks, I'm going to promise you your long-term ramifications are going to be far greater than if you only have 1 quarterback who is half good. If you have 2 half quarterbacks, that does not make a whole quarterback. Unfortunately, these coaches can't seem to understand that. And while I imagine them pretending like it's a chess game in motion, like the 4D chess, moving the pieces everywhere, I don't think that's how it goes. Rod Gowney Jr., 8 rushes, 51 yards. Cameron Smith, 8 rushes, 32 yards. And we look down, 5 receptions, 93 yards and a touchdown for Javen Nicholas. Sean Brown, 3 for 47. And Gus McGee, 3 receptions, 31 yards. Now we get to look at Rice. Chase Jenkins, our quarterback, 8 of 11, 87 yards and a touchdown. So you could definitely see It doesn't. You don't got to pass for 100 yards to win a football game. On the ground, and of course there are going to be more than what I've tried, but these are just the biggest guys in the. These are always going to be just the biggest guys in the affair. After that, the stats are like 20, a whole bunch of like 20 and 30 yards a lot of the time. Quentin Jackson, 12 rushes, 80 yards. Dalen Alexander, 10 rushes, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns. And and Chase Jenkins also on the ground, 10 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. He definitely made it happen. Drayden Dickman for the receiving, 4 receptions, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Tyson Thompson, 1 reception, 37 yards. And Ransom Goals actually got injured, their best receiver from like rating and just what he could present. He got injured very early on in the game, from what I remember. And he was in a, his definitely on crutches, so it was definitely not a good sight. Now, this next game was the one game that actually forced me to do this all on a Tuesday, forced me to do all my work on a Monday morning or through a Monday, and then playing my games out. And this is, I go, yeah, no, I'd rather not record because the amount of pain it had. I need to delay it so I could have a full day to really comprehend and think. An extra day on top of the handful we've already had to really sit here and comprehend. As an Oklahoman, a native Oklahoman, loud and proud, as someone who represents the Thunder and Oklahoma University of Oklahoma, and in matter of fact, the University of Tulsa, both. I do not respect what this University of Oklahoma State has attempted to conceive of as fashionable football, losing in the most egregious fashion, 19-12 against Tulsa, immediately becoming the third tier or the third-rate team, the third team in Oklahoma until further notice. Because at this point, other than I went to UT Martin, you've gotten absolutely dogged on, put the funny number on by Oregon, and you've gotten embarrassed. I watched this game. So did a lot of Oklahomans. And I think that the genuine thought was, well, 1, what the fuck are you doing to let this happen? And 2, get rid of Gundy. I mean, it's kind of obvious thing. It's been well overdue. You can't just go into the offseason, replace the coaching staff, and say you're rebuilding or rebuilt the fucking thing. You have not done anything. And the kids are obviously not, the young men are obviously not listening to whatever Mike Gundy has to say. He's obviously gotten disconnected. And this isn't, people are going to say backup quarterback. Miss me. That's delusional cope talk from Oklahoma State fans. And I don't deal with that well because there is no coping here. The truth is, you guys suck. Real big suck. Biggie suck. Like a big sucker. It wasn't a backup quarterback because you both were running on backup quarterback. Baylor Haynes, backup quarterback for Tulsa, 23, 36, 219, and a touchdown. Let's just look at the ground. Dominic Richardson, 21 carries, 146 yards. And Braylon Presley, 3 for 32. The first thing that most of these coaches want to do is teach these kids and get these kids to be as physical as possible, especially on the defense. If you're getting clapped between two for 168 yards on 24 carries, man, there is not a physical lick on the front 7. And then we get further back. Zion Booker, 6 receptions, 59 yards. Brody Foley, 4 receptions, 59 yards. Presley, 2 receptions, 34 yards and a touchdown. And Zion just stopped out 3 receptions, 26 yards. The defense wasn't even trying. Wasn't even showing up properly. Oklahoma State, Zane Flores, 25-40, 214. Rodney Fields, 17 carries, 113 yards. Flores on the ground, 10 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. In the air, Christian Fitzpatrick, 4 receptions, 49 yards. Fields, 6 receptions, 39 yards. Terrell Davis, 4 receptions, 37 yards. And Gavin Freeman, 3 receptions, 35 yards. I done my laughing. My laughing was done as soon as the game hit zeros on the clock. And it was there for the next 24 hours. And now all I've gotten is kind of frustration and confusion. I guess it's the Big Brother complex from Oklahoma. Or maybe it's just expecting more out of a college who, through most of my life, underneath Gundy has been a very respectable, tough, and always in the fight and ready to fight team. Now they are not fighting at all. They don't deserve that win over UT Martin, and I'm going to put money that they're only going to have a maximum of 2 to 3 wins this entire season. I don't think that they're going to win now that they're going into conference play anymore. I think that the last opportunity was unfortunately against Tulsa, but that's not how it happened. This video is going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to try and breeze through this next one, and then we're going to make most of Saturday's slate one video. I'll try and really wanted to make the focus on OSU the first couple games. These first couple games are kind of independent of an entire Saturday. You can kind of look at them a little bit more and take a deep breath. On the other game on Friday, 30 minutes after that, whatever you want to call re-ranking of the Oklahoma teams underneath Oklahoma. Rutgers and Iowa. Iowa went to Rutgers and beat them by 10, making me confused about why is this team so boring? Because even this 38 points, I don't even feel that. Like, God, you lose to Iowa State the way that you do, and then you come in here and then you just decide to score 38 in the most boring fashion. For Rutgers, Calumet. Oh my God. Ethan Calamanis, 2 rushing touchdowns, 24-40, 330 yards, and an interception. Antoine Raymond, 18 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ian Strong, 8 receptions, 151 yards. Quite a day for that young man. KJ Duff, 7 receptions, 92 yards. DT Sheffield, 3 receptions, 51 yards. And we look at Iowa. Mark Gronowski, 12 for 18, 186 yards. Kamari Moulton, 14 carries, 68 yards and a touchdown. And Gronowski, 13 carries, 55 yards, 3 touchdowns. 1 reception for Dayton Howard for 42 yards. Zach Ortveth, 2 receptions, 30 yards. Sam Phillips, 1 reception, 25 yards. And then Moulton, 3 receptions, 21 yards. And DJ Von I just punted on that one. 1 reception, 21 yards. So that was your Friday slate. Like I said, the biggest thing for the Thursday and Friday was the triple option looks beautiful when done right. And Lord Oklahoma State, playing down to your competition to the point of a team that got smoked by Navy a week prior. You just let them walk all over you and then hold you back. I said, bet you won't hold me back. And then they did. So I'll be back for the Saturday slate here, I guess, for you guys just a minute. And I'll be right back.